I'm Pete Mundo on HeartlandCollegeSports.com. Thank you for being here as we talk everything Big 12. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Thank you for being here. We appreciate our radio affiliates as always. Let me give you 3 picks here to chew on for Week 6 in the Big 12. Here we go. All right, my lock of the week. You ready for this? My lock of the week is Baylor plus 13 at Iowa State. I know that Matt Campbell covers the spread in the month of October. He's one of the best over the last 20 years in the month of October against the spread. But this number's too big. Baylor, we know, has not been good, but man, they're playing good defense for the most part. Baylor's a team that is playing very solid defense so far this season on both ends. Passing-wise, they're in the top 5 in passing yards allowed per game. And in rushing yards, they're only giving up 3.3 yards per carry, which is 4th in the Big 12 right now. So the defense is where you want it to be. The defense can keep them in this game. Now, can they score? I get it. That remains to be seen. But this feels like a 23-16 kind of a game in favor of Iowa State. I am blown away by this spread. And like I said about Iowa State, I mean, they're good. They could be really good. But I'm just seeing way too much love for the Cyclones right now based on this schedule that really includes a great 20-minute stretch against Iowa. Houston, you look at the final score and 20-0, yeah, but it was 3-0 most of that game. They couldn't get anything going. And Houston's defense now, it's not bad. We saw them keep Oklahoma in check, but still, the offense is not quite clicking still for the Cyclones. And Baylor's defense has been good. So I'm getting 13 points. I know it's on the road, but man, I might get burnt by Baylor 3 weeks in a row. Some of you are pointing that out. It is entirely possible. I'm going back to the well, baby. I'm going back to the well. Fine. I'm a sucker. Call me whatever you want. You're right. I had Baylor +2 at Colorado. That one is going to burn me all season. I had the Bears against BYU last week, and I'm going back to the Bears. You know what? I'm just going to keep betting Baylor until Dave Aranda gets fired. How about that? Okay? When Aranda gets canned, I'm done with the Bears. Until then, I'm riding them. Shame on me, I suppose. But either way, it's just too big of a number for 2 teams that play really good defense. And for a coach that he knows his team came out slow last week. He can't afford for that to happen again. The team, from what I'm hearing and what I'm reading, is still very much bought in. So give me Baylor +13 in Ames this weekend. It's too big of a number. All right. Now let me go to my underdog of the week. We all ready? We're all on the same page here. We're rolling through these games. My underdog of the week, Texas Tech +6.5 at Arizona. I believe in hangover games. And for Arizona to go on the road and beat Utah the way that they did, in a spot nobody thought they could win. They were at one point 10-point underdogs in that game, and they won it fairly comfortably outright. I'm looking at this one, and I'm saying to myself, you're home, maybe a tad hungover, possibly overlooking Texas Tech just a little bit. And Texas Tech goes in playing loose and playing better every single week. And that's what I like about this Red Raiders team. Now, I have a lot of concerns about their defense going into this game, notably their pass defense going into this game, which has not been good. But Arizona, on the other side, has not exactly been lights out offensively like we thought they would be. If you had told me they would have scored 23 points against Utah last week, I would have thought they would have lost. They only put up 7 against Kansas State. They put up 22 against Northern Arizona. They really haven't had a big offensive output since that week 1 game against New Mexico. So I'm not saying they can't put it together. We know what they have. The offensive line has been spotty at times. That's got to be factored into the equation here, as it should be. And Texas Tech, with Taj Brooks, has been in a position where if he can help control and set up that offense, they're going to be in a good spot. And Arizona has not been able to stop the run. They are giving up 150 yards per game on the ground, 154, which is third worst in the Big 12, only ahead of Cincinnati and Oklahoma State. So they have gotten gashed on the ground, and now comes Taj Brooks. I would say the best running back in the Big 12. So with nearly a touchdown spread there, give me Texas Tech plus 6.5 points as the underdog of the week. Next up, my bad bet. This means I would be on the other side of this game. My bad bet is Arizona State minus 2.5. I'm going Kansas plus the points here. Arizona State's home, but they're getting too much love. Arizona State's wins don't look as good, nearly as good. Kansas has been so close, so close. They're going to have that game where the rust just knocks off for Jalen Daniels. And I could foresee that coming this week on the road against Arizona State. Now, Arizona State's been middle of the pack for the most part defensively when you look at this team from a pass defense and a run defense perspective. But, man, I'm looking at the schedule and saying Kansas has had a much tougher road to get here than Arizona State, and it's not even close. All right? It's not. I mean, KU, you go to Illinois, UNLV, we know what they've been as a group of 5 program. You got 2 conference games in Morgantown versus TCU. Arizona State, Wyoming, Mississippi State, bad. Texas State, And then you go to Texas Tech and you lose. So in this game, in this case, with Kansas being desperate based on what their preseason expectations were, I'm going to take Kansas as the underdog here and feel pretty darn good about this pick overall. And we'll just have to see how it plays out. But that's what I've got this week. And I'm going to go with Baylor plus 13 as my lock. Texas Tech plus 6.5 as my underdog. And then my bad bet is Arizona State minus 2.5. So take KU plus 2.5. There you go. I'm Pete Mundo. We're Heartland College Sports. Thank you for being here, for joining us, as always, as a part of the show. Thank you to our radio affiliates. Hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. I know a lot of you haven't yet. Please do it. Hit the thumbs up on the video as well. It helps us tremendously. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Enjoy week 6. Go Big 12. We're back on Sunday on YouTube and the podcast with a reaction show to week 6. So make sure you're subscribed, and we'll talk to you then. Have a great day.